Have you ever thought about leaving the UK? Have you seen the growing trend of millionaires leaving the UK quicker than ever? Well, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. Why I'm not leaving the UK. Even though the UK is, it rains and it's cold, even though the taxes are, they're a B, ITCH. Yeah, man, they're annoying. I know all of these problems. And even though, everyone's leaving, all the millionaires are leaving, and, the UK is literally, there was even talks of the UK imposing some leavers tax, and everybody's leaving in just droves and droves and droves. I'm just not gonna leave. I'm just not. And I just want to talk about why. Because I keep seeing a bunch of videos about everybody who is leaving the UK this and leaving the UK that. And I'm just not right now. And I guess I kind of want to make this video to that person that feels like they should because of what everybody else is saying. But I just kind of want to say, slow down, slow down, slow down. And look, don't get it twisted. I have been, I get it. I've been to Dubai. I get Dubai and the loot. Everyone's going to Dubai. That's one of the main places everyone's going to. And I've been to Dubai and I absolutely love Dubai. Warm weather. It's just great. Everyone's nice. I've been to South Africa. I've traveled. But I think the main thing is this. I'm not going to run away from discomfort. I'm staying to build. The main thing that I've seen from people, not the main, but what I've seen is that a lot of people that are trying to leave the UK are leaving because they don't feel comfortable. And they want to go somewhere so they can feel more comfortable. And I just don't think that's a valid enough reason to leave. I'm even seeing, what you're doing is you're not actually fixing the root cause and root issue of the problem. You're just leaving because you don't feel comfortable anymore. Discomfort is what actually leads to growth. And what I'm actually proposing, what I'm really trying to talk about here, and it's something I had to then identify, because look, I almost pulled the plug. I almost really pulled the plug, and I actually did. The funny thing is I did. Late 2024, I went to Thailand. I went there. I was in Malaysia, Thailand, Korea, Japan, all those Southeast Asia spots. Malaysia was great, by the way. Dubai, you name it. And I almost pulled the plug. I was there for actually a good amount of time, over 2 months. And I ended up coming back. And I'm going to be honest with you, God told me to stay. And God really made me realize that the reason why I was running is because I'm trying to run away from my problems. And yeah, and I think a lot of people are also trying to do that too. And I just don't want to run away from my problems. I'm going to build whatever I need to build here. And I know I've got a lot of things I need to build here. Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to just talk here. I'm going to be honest. It is really hard to be in the UK and be an entrepreneur. Bro, the negativity here, the taxes are the least of the issues. The negativity, the buyers, the mentality of people in the UK, it's a lot harder here. The cost of living, you just breathe air in London, you spend money. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even the entrepreneurship community can feel harder. Most of them are abroad. And I'm not denying any of that. I'm just choosing how I'm gonna respond to that. I'm not going to let, and look, again, I'm not also denying that environment is a big, and look, I'm also gonna say this, I probably am gonna make the move one day, but right now just isn't that time. And right now, I'll be honest, the only reason I'll be making that move is because of money, it's because of taxes. And one thing I've always said to myself is, I'm never gonna make a decision based off money alone. That's not me. I'm not gonna make decisions because of money. That's not how I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna make decisions because that's what the will of God is saying, and that's what I want to do. Simple. I'm not gonna make it because of money. So if I wanna buy a jet tomorrow, I'll buy a jet tomorrow. It's not about money. It's not about what's in my pocket. If that's what's required, I'll get it. Who's to say I even need money to buy a jet? That's a topic for another day. But I'm just trying to say that, look, the UK stuff, and I'm not denying that, but I'm not leaving, I'm not staying here because of these reasons. I'm staying because I'm not going to run away from my actual problems. I'm trying to run away from all of these other problems of, just because, I want to be around an entrepreneur community. And because I feel like the culture is negative. I'm going to choose to respond against that. Like, I'm going to stay here and let me create a community of entrepreneurs who have that mindset, who want to build. And like, leaving doesn't fix the real root problem for me. Like, staying here will. Like, let me stay in discomfort and let me see what I'm actually really made of. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just testing myself a little bit. I wanna see what I'm actually really made of. Like, if I stay here, let's see what I got. Let's see what I can build out here. Because I feel like everybody who builds here really builds something big. Like, there are so many successful entrepreneurs that have built here. Guys like Iman Gadzi, people like Timothy Amu, Daniel Priestley, Lewis Morgan. Yeah, I know some of these guys have now moved over to Dubai and things like that, but they built in the UK. Gymshark was built in the UK. Timothy Amu, when he built his company, he built it whilst he was in the UK. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. See, if your reason for leaving is because you think it's better to build elsewhere, I don't know about that. I think you can still build here. And here's another thing. Because the UK is so hard, it means it forces you to build a real business. So all of these individuals on this screen, they've all built real businesses and real investments. And I do feel like when you're in these other countries, because entrepreneurship can seem so quick and easy, and not saying that's a bad thing, not saying it's a bad thing to grow quickly and grow smoothly, but I'm just saying when the foundations are weak, it can be easily knocked apart. So I'm really here to have a little bit of a challenge, I'm really here to build. Let me speak to, I'm having meetings with, I don't know, they're called millennials, people who are 60, 70. I'm having meetings with them and yeah, they've got a different kind of mindset, but I'll convince them to invest into, my property deals, and I'll convince them to, invest into my businesses. And yeah, it's going to be harder, and yeah, their mindsets are completely different, but yeah, I'll take on that challenge. Let me build something real. Let me take on that real challenge. And yeah, people have established businesses that have gone on for decades and decades. But yeah, I'll challenge that. I'll stay here and I'll challenge that. Apart from the fact that, of course I've got family here and I've got church here and I've got so many personal things that I also want to stay in the UK for. But I think the challenge is good. They did it, so why can't I? Look at the Sunday Times rich list. All of these individuals live in the UK. Why? The Dysons, I think to be honest, Dyson went to Singapore. Sir Jim Radcliffe. I can't really pronounce some of these people's names. They're all billionaires. They're all stayed. So why can't I? If they're not making decisions based off money, I bet they're paying stupid amounts of money in taxes, but they still stayed. And yeah, you might say, yeah, they've got a lot of money, so taxes don't matter to them. But clearly there's something in the UK that's in it for them. Clearly there's wealth here. Warren Buffett says something. I think this is probably one of the interesting things that I've really noticed. Warren Buffett says, I will tell you how to become rich. Close the doors. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. I'm noticing something. I'm noticing that everybody's leaving. There's going to be opportunity. Because you see, physics says that where there is space, that will always be filled up. And so I'm going to just take advantage. Like, just straight up. Like, I know, and I'm already seeing opportunities pop up, because if people are taking their business, now I know, I get it, don't worry, I get it. People are going to Dubai and they're still able to run some of their businesses here in the UK. But there is some really, really good talent that they would have to be in the UK to do their business. They're going out to Dubai. I'm going to take advantage. I'm already taking advantage. Be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. So I'm being greedy now. While everybody's fearing the UK, I'm going to fly away. I'm being greedy. I'm going to take advantage. There are many opportunities that are still here. Many, many, many opportunities still here to take, and I'm going to grab them. I have a plan. Look, I'm not really for the people chasing the shortcuts. I'm for the people who want to build with discipline, build with faith, build with excellence, build with honesty. I think that's one thing that I've noticed that you see more in the UK as opposed to these like other countries. Because the UK has laws, you know, it has structure, it kind of forces you to be disciplined, to have substance, to actually have some, you know, yes, I know in other countries, it's a lot easier to get investments. It's a lot easier to get X, Y, and Z for people to give you money. And that's how business should be won. I'm not saying that. But but people are still managing to do it here in the UK. So why can't I? What's the competitive advantage that they have? I'll find it and I'll execute on that. I'm not staying in the UK because I'm not really here to impress internet people. I know a lot of people are gonna watch this video and say, yo, I disagree. Great, I take it on, bring on the opinion. But I'm here to become the person that God can trust with more. That's it, man. I'm just trying to be that person. I know, and I just know that I'm more so speaking to that person that is thinking, you know what, I don't really feel like it's the right time to leave the UK, but they feel pressured to leave because their friends are leaving and this, that, and the other. I'm here to say, like, bro, don't. Like, if you feel like you're here, there's still things for you to build, then build that. Build what you need to build here. And I'm here building with you. And that's really it for me, man. Like, that's really what I wanted to. I just want to make a raw video. I just literally just put this PowerPoint together in like 5 minutes and just put this together because I'm like, yo, I'm not going to leave. I'm not leaving, not right now, not really anytime soon. I think eventually I will, but right now I'm here to build. And yeah, whoever else wants to build with me, please hit me up. Put my Instagram down below. Let's build. Let's create a community. Let's create a community of builders who are actually in the UK, who are serious about building something here because they recognize that there is still opportunity here. Massive opportunity here. Massive. My name is Faith and I'll catch you later.